what's right. Fight for your life.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
Well, rest in peace to the big man. Good morning, Manaia.
Good morning, Finn. I'm going to need you to do two things today, and that is take your vitamins and say your prayers.
Oh, yeah, brother.
For Hulkamania, brother. Sad that he's passed away. Incredible that he made it to 71. And, Joe, something you said yesterday about, the other day about Ozzy passing away?
Yes.
What was your take on that? Do you remember it?
How the fuck did Keith Richards outlive him?
Yeah.
Keith Richards can't keep getting away with this.
So was he 71, was he?
It needs to be an investigation.
Yeah, so Keith Richards still going. Yeah, he was 71. And I feel like only a couple of years ago he was ripping his shirt off at a Trump rally.
Yeah, that rings a bell.
And now all of a sudden, and this is the same thing with Ozzy Osbourne, is as soon as the house is finished, the man goes. Like, once you stop doing the thing that you do, it's curtains, because he is, as the song says, a real American. And if he's no longer coming off the top turnbuckle, then what's left for him, brother?
So how are we going to remember the big man? So, I mean, wrestling.
Ooh, yeah, wrestling.
There was a certain sex tape that, loomed large over...
Out of respect for the Hulk's legacy, I didn't watch the sex tape.
No, I never saw the sex tape. Joe Jerry, did you ever see the sex tape?
Did not see the sex tape. I watched the documentary.
Yeah.
About the Gawker website that got taken down due to the sex tape.
Oh, yeah, brother.
And it was Peter Thiel, who the Herald are claiming is a Kiwi.
He lives
Kiwi
here.
Billionaire, but he lives in New Zealand, but he's not Kiwi.
Right.
He's a resident. Is he a citizen?
Don't
know.
I think he was on the first four boats, maybe.
We've immediately strayed out of our depth.
Yeah, there's a certain CEO that'll be stoked that, Ozzy and now Hulk has passed this week. They're doing a massive favour for kind of diverting the social culture narrative. Yeah. Because, man, what a hell of a couple of weeks it's been for the internet. So we haven't spoken to you since Ozzy either.
No. Haven't
you a Sabbath guy?
We just slagged Ozzy off a couple of weeks ago. We were doing a segment called Great Intros, Average Songs.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy Train was in the top 5 because it is one of the all-time intros, and then the rest of the song just for the rest of it. So I was like you, where the first I became aware of Ozzy Osbourne was through the TV show.
Yeah.
And the TV show was great. There's a clip doing the rounds at the moment of him coming out of his bedroom and going, "Sharon, someone's
taking my beers."
Taking all my beers. She goes, "Who would do that, darling? You've drunk them all." Like, oh. And then he just shuffles back in. And I'm pretty sure as the door closes, another person in that bedroom moves.
And then Sharon just goes on to make a cereal or something, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And as
crying
said,
towards the cash.
The poor fucker was dying about 25 years ago.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Jerry goes, he's had health problems for the last and I was like, 76 years?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the more shocking thing about Ozzy Osbourne was that he was playing a gig 3 months ago than that he died.
Yeah.
And Jerry was like, I don't think they've revealed the cause of death. I was like, I don't think anyone's asking.
Yeah, no one needs to know.
No one's like, really? How? But Ozzy Osbourne, what could have happened?
How did this happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Well, maybe we come back to Hulk Hogan later in the episode. Coming up, we are going to do a bit of another dude draft, as we often do whenever you're in Manaia. But first, let's chat a bit of sports. So live from the Export Beer Garden studio, this is the agenda for Friday, the 25th of July.
The Agenda Podcast, the home of sporting nonsense and claptrap. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
All right, let's rattle through the sport really quickly. The Black Caps have pumped Zimbabwe again overnight to go 4 from 4 in the round robins of this T20 Tri-Series. The side fart opening up, top scored with 75 off 45 if the details in front of me are correct. And then Ish the Dish took 4 for 12, and I believe that's 150 international T20 wickets for Ish Sodhi, and I won't hear a bad word said about him.
Much maligned, Ish Sodhi. I didn't realise that. It's not until he scores some sort of record that people are like, terrible fielder or something like that.
He's one of the highest taking wicket takers in T20 history.
Yeah. And at various times he has been, like, for the calendar year, the most successful or top 3 T20 bowlers in the world.
Yeah.
And every single time that happens, people always take that opportunity to be like, but he's actually not that good.
Yeah, and I'm one of those people. And he's also very liked as well. Like everyone you talk to about Ish, is like he's by far the best dude in the team. Real nice guy.
I interviewed him a couple of times. He is probably the second man ever to pick my wrongin. Third. There's only been 3 that have ever picked my wrongin.
Kane Williamson was one, I believe.
Kane Williamson was the first.
Yeah. From the terrace of Jimmy Wells's Ponsonby Palace.
Yes. As out of the hand before it pitched, he was like, "Oh, wrongin." Huh. And I heard him say it too.
Huh.
Wrongin.
Shit, that's wrongin.
Then the next one was either James or Hamish Marshall. I don't know.
No, and you never will.
But I was bowling at him at the Bay Oval, and I tossed up my 5th consecutive wrong. The one before that had taken a wicket to your stumping.
That's right.
Then he came out. I bowled my 5th consecutive wrong, and he belted it, whipped it off his pads. I think we actually had to replace the ball that went that far back into the thing, into the where the crowd should have been. And as it's in the air, it hasn't even cleared the rope yet. He looked at me and he goes, "Was that a wrong?" I was like, "Was James or Hamish?" It was. And then third was Ish here in the Hodaki studios.
Is it because we have this idea of a leg spinner being just Shane Warne?
That I think that's a big part of it.
And there's nothing really that sexy about being a leg spinner.
It's like if you're a pace bowler who's not a prodigious swinger of the ball, and you're only bowling low 140s,
yeah,
and they're like, you're actually not that good because, Shoaib Akhtar once bowled 160. And you're like, yeah, okay, sure, but...
Yeah, but that was Shoaib Akhtar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I think Ish might be a victim of that. And also...
Did Shane Warne ruin spin bowling?
He might have. He honestly might have. And he's just fallen victim to kind of swimming underneath the high ball one too many times as well, poor Ish, as everyone has.
Yeah,
but
he does run a little bit like a sleep paralysis demon across your lawn at the middle of the
night. But congratulations to Ish. He's a friend of the show, and he's quite clearly a fucking good man.
Great New Zealander, career in the media if he wants it. I think.
Oh, definitely, and I think he might.
I think he might.
Yeah, from the way I hear him talking to camera, I think he might be keen. He's always welcome here at the SEC anyway.
Yeah.
And then in England, Gulliver and the Hobbit. What? Have smashed India to push England to 225 for 2 from just 45 overs after bowling out India for 358 earlier in the day. Baz Ball, baby, as Jojo's written here on the run sheet.
I talked to Lane this morning about this, and I was just like, because I checked the scores yesterday.
Sorry, what?
Huh?
You talked to Lane?
Yeah, I talked to G Lane this morning.
Oh, for the radio show.
Yeah, he was on the radio show.
Well, that's good that he's making the effort for you guys.
Oh, no. And he was slagging me off for complaining about holidays. But nah, so it's the most Baz Ball thing of all time, because the night before I had looked at the scores and I was like, oh, India are humping them. Because they were, what did they score in the end? 358. But did they declare, maybe?
No. They were like 260 odd for 4.
Yeah.
Fatty Pants got injured and then he came out.
That's right.
Jerry, be honest, how much of this game have you watched? Because it'll be a lot.
I have seen none of it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that you've sat through the night because you are that type of guy to really just park up and watch a game of Test cricket that isn't.
No, I wish.
Ours.
No, I wish.
Nah.
And Gulliver and the Hobbit refers to
Duckett
and Crawley.
Yeah,
Crawley.
Gotcha.
But anyway, so I checked the scores yesterday and I was like, oh, they're getting pounded. But I was like, that will not deter England. But then when we talked to Lane this morning and I was like, oh, so England getting destroyed by India? He's like, nah, have a look at the score. 225 for 2. This is what's so good about Baz Ball. Every game is interesting.
Yeah, it's so good.
They don't take the foot off the thing. I would like to. I haven't seen. I mean, obviously, I haven't seen a ball this game either. But I haven't seen a photo of Tim Southee lately. He's been over there for about 3 months now. How's he going?
Well, for like the first couple of seasons when Baz started coaching the English side, we got more kind of camera shots of the terraces at Lord's, with him sitting on that couch with his feet up on that white fence than we did of the game itself. Yeah. And for some reason, we haven't seen a lot of him and Tim Southee together, and I wonder if it's a request.
And
genuinely,
I do wonder if, and I mean, no one has earned a beer drinking job more than Tim Southee.
Yeah.
And that is what he's over there to do, and at least in my mind.
Do you reckon maybe
him and Baz are just at the bar?
He's taken his job so seriously that he's actually just parked up at the bar, and that's how he does his viewing of the fixture.
That's what I'd do, at least.
Is it Brad Pitt and Moneyball? He doesn't watch the game. He doesn't go out and watch the game live, does he? He watches it or listens to it from his car or some shit like that.
I reckon
Southee
comes in
from the pub,
takes your head off in the net. And then goes down to the pub, and I reckon that's about it.
Sorry, massive sidestep here. Did you see the clip from the week where fucking Malinga rocked up to that game of indoor cricket.
Yes, I did.
And just first ball, dropped one half-tracker straight at some cunt's head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I reckon Tim Southey's doing in the nets and then pissing off for a couple of beers and then
Yeah.
coming back and...
Malinga's got the bumblebee of cricketing actions. You know how they like scientifically a bumblebee shouldn't be able to fly because its wings are too small for its body size? Malinga bowling a bouncer, at no point in his delivery stride is it above his waist.
No.
And then it comes fizzing past your head. You're like,
Hey!
how's he done that?
Yeah. Okay, moving on to the rugby desk before we get to where we eventually want to be, which is today's dude draft of course. Drew Mitchell has suffered
Saw this.
a fate we all fear, blowing his hammy while playing for the Wallabies Classics against the British and Irish Lions legends. After hobbling off the field, he grabbed a beer off a fan and just buffed it. It was quality stuff. If you haven't seen the clip, head along to the ACC on socials and you can see him. But geez, it was about... It meant more... Buffing a beer from the crowd, I think, was probably a priority for him before that game kicked off, after seeing how quickly he went over to that guy to pick up a beer.
Yeah, which is what the point of those Classics games are.
I like the classic games.
So do I.
There was a footy one not that long ago, Liverpool and someone else, and Peter Crouch scored two headers. And there's something about like
Getting to see it again.
getting to see it again
Yeah.
is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Because the Classics a few years ago, before the last Rugby World Cup, they went over and played against the Spanish national team. They've done this a few times. I actually think that might have been the first game they ever played was against Spain. But more recently, they went over and played against the actual Spanish rugby team, who got kicked out of the Rugby World Cup because they tried to bring in a South African dude. Like, here's Sergio, and like, get fucked.
The All Blacks keep their heads down though at the same time, I suppose.
Yeah, but anyway, the All Blacks Classics were playing against him, and it was great because I was working with Beaver at the time, and I watched the game, and he was out there, and he just pinned their national team into their own 22 for like an hour.
Just playing the territory game.
Yeah, and I was like, this is in front of 100,000 people
You fucking stay back there.
who thought that was the actual All Blacks because they called themselves All Blacks Classics. But it was great, and then I can't remember who, one of the guys scored a try, and it was like, it's just... I love it because the dudes can still do it. There's no such thing as a game of social rugby. I've always said this. Social rugby just means you didn't train. But once you're out on the field, there's no such thing as social. But yeah, it was great.
Curly Bill, who was doing some sideline alternative commentary, actually predicted this earlier in the game as well. Here's a bit of that audio.
He's very short odds of tearing both hammies, come 80th minute.
A few moments later.
Look, here we go. It's great. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Here is Drew.
It's gone. Oh, no, it's gone. It's gone. He's done his hammy. He's done his hammy.
It's gone. Oh, no.
I said it. I said it. I said it.
We shouldn't be laughing. Why are we laughing? We're bad people.
Oh, no laughing.
No laughing.
It's pretty fucking harsh, eh?
Yep. But also, like, he hasn't predicted the 2008 market crash, you know?
He's predicted an old dude pulling a hammy while playing quite an intense sport. Yeah.
Which a sport that he used to be good at. So the brain's still like, yep, hammer
You
down
can
here.
do this.
But meanwhile, he's about 20 kilos heavier than when he played. You know, he's way more likely to tear a hamstring than someone who never played.
That was just a great example of what the fellas are like, though, when you take some bad news to them. Fuck, that's good.
Yeah.
Just humbling as.
I don't really get the whole alternative commentary thing. I don't think it'll work.
No.
I just can't see it take it
It's
off.
got no legs. Let's take a break and we'll come back with a look at this weekend's TAB hunch and also get stuck into this week's dude draft. All right, welcome back to the Agenda podcast. So in the break there, we were having a look at what TAB hunch G-Lane has left us this week, and I tell you what, a real bizarre one from G-Lane. Joe Jerry, I might need your help with this. So it's a motorsport multi, isn't it?
Yeah, he knew Manaia was coming on, so he wanted
It's got
to...
motor games multi.
Right, okay.
Motor games multi.
And I would I'd like to say about the motor games thing.
Yes.
I feel like because in Lane's mind, if you he thinks that I actively hate motorsports.
No.
I just don't care about them.
Yeah.
I don't care that they.
Yeah, well, this is interesting because G-Lane, you know, he comes in with an angle on everything, and if he says something, he tends to mean it. You and I come from the ilk of we say things to hopefully just to get another 3 or 4 weeks of podcasting out of it, and I feel like that might have also been what was going on there a little bit. We wanted to open a discussion about, are we sure that these people are athletes? And it was the same with what happened.
I am sure they're not athletes.
So you're convinced that they're not athletes?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I feel like
again,
I'm
you're
being
happy to
very
double down.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I hate them.
No.
I don't think darts players are athletes either.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
I would go one further. I'm on the fence about golfers. I don't know if golfers are athletes. That doesn't mean I hate them. I play golf as often as I possibly can.
Well, I think you should have done. I think maybe we should have done this at the time. Then, as we should have also felt. Maybe next time you come on the podcast, if you could bring, I'll send a couple of sports over to you.
Yeah.
That are kind of on the fence, or what I consider to be on the fence, and then you can come in and we can rattle through them, and you can go yay nay.
Yeah.
Because I think that might almost
like
help you.
Esports.
Yeah.
I think it will help people understand where I'm coming from because they hear a take like I don't think F1 players are players. Well, see, they're not players. So I don't think they're athletes. And then people are like, oh, he hates them. No, I don't care about them. I don't think about them.
Yep.
I don't. You guys can do it. It's fine. Don't come doing it around my neighborhood, mate. But no.
I think just people hearing you talking about Formula One drivers, though, is I've assumed that you've got an issue with Formula One drivers.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think about
that.
And
you want to clear that up, that you don't?
No. So
okay.
What are we doing? Someone's going to drive faster than someone else.
We've got Kimi Antonelli in the Mercedes to finish top 6. That's paying $2.50. Okay. And then we've got, who's that? Denny Hamlin.
Hamlin.
Derek Hamlin. He died on the football field in an NFL game earlier. Damar Hamlin.
He's going to struggle to win that one then, but he is paying $4.50.
No, they brought him back. He played towards the end of the season.
That's in NASCAR, I believe.
Okay.
It's just a circle.
The Brickyard 400.
Brickyard. Yeah, and then Grot Dixon, $2.20, top 6 finish.
Okay, so I can understand that
at the Java House Grand Prix of Monterey.
We've put $100 on that, and that is going to return us $2,430 if all three of those hit.
We're going to watch any of those?
Hell no. Probably not, actually. I might watch the Formula One.
Okay.
But that's about it. Right, fellas, shall we take one more break, or do we not need to because we've just taken a break? Okay, let's
breaks for you, man.
Let's hang around then, and let's get started on this week's Dude Draft. A lot going on in the news this week.
A lot.
So, and then this morning we woke up and there was revelations about rest in peace the big man Hulk Hogan. So it feels only right that we do some kind of Dude Draft around wrestlers.
Yeah.
So what we brainstormed in our group chat this morning was the idea of doing a draft on frontmen and wrestlers. On top of that, Joe Jerry, can you clarify what we were thinking? So we're looking for wrestlers that could be frontmen or frontmen that could be wrestlers. I'm not explaining this well, so someone help me here quickly.
They've got to be able to do both.
They've got to be able to do both?
You could be a wrestler who could potentially be a frontman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have the skills to do it. They are performers, so you could probably do that.
Yeah.
And also frontmen who could be wrestlers.
Dude.
So big
Sweet.
units.
Manaia just thought of another one.
Yeah.
As you've said that.
Quite slender, fast moving maybe.
Okay. Fantastic.
And we've got to do a 2-2 split. So you got to have 2 wrestlers and 2 frontmen.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sweet. And if you are new around here, then we've got we're picking 5 or just 4? Okay, we're going to pick just 4. That's totally fine. Okay, and
we didn't do a draft order beforehand, but Manaia, you won the last one, so you can have the first overall pick.
Okay.
And then we'll blast these up on social at a later date, and you can go and vote. And then
for your judgment.
For your judgment, and then whoever wins, that one will take first pick. Next Dude Draft.
Yeah. All right.
Rightio. Take it away then, Manisi.
Okay. I feel like there's a couple of real obvious ones. I mean, there's 2 real obvious ones, but I think there's a consensus or a prohibitive number 1 first round draft pick, I think. And look, this could be me fishing for social media likes, but I'm going to pick Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, no, that was there.
No, he's dead. You can't.
Oh,
They've
what?
gotta be alive.
Oh.
You've pulled a G Lane here.
Oh,
You've gone.
I don't know. Yeah,
You
okay.
can't hang out with someone who's dead.
That changes everything.
It does kind of change everything.
Because a couple of my picks are dead.
But you're
I
right.
just realised one
I
of
think
them's
they
dead.
do need to be alive.
Yeah,
now
no,
you
that's
mention
fair.
it.
That's fair. Well, then this one's going to be interesting because do we know if this guy's alive or not? I'm going to take with the number 1 pick, Rey Mysterio.
I had him down.
He is alive.
Well, have you heard the conspiracy theory about Rey
died a
Mysterio?
long time ago. Yeah.
Well, no, that they've replaced him almost every year for the entirety of his career. Because how would you know?
Well, that would make sense with the mask.
He's
hey?
got the mask on. He never takes it off because anytime he, I don't know.
What was the Rey Mysterio mask? Was it some kind of...
It was that. So when they do
Luchador.
luchador. So when
That's
they do the
right.
Mexican wrestling, they all wear those masks. They've all
Okay.
got their own one, but they just had one in the WWE.
No, we'll let Rey Mysterio happen, even though there might be,
He could be
40
dead.
different dudes that are, in fact, Rey Mysterio.
My first round pick, I picked 40 guys. But Rey Mysterio, he could be a rock frontman.
Yeah.
If you went to a gig and Rey Mysterio come out, booyaka booyaka, 619,
With those tight pants on.
the tight pants, and he wouldn't walk out onto the stage and come flipping in from the fucking rafters.
He's basically Benson Boone.
He kind of is Benson Boone.
He would come descending down like early 90s Eddie Vedder off the camera boom.
And do you know what song he would definitely sing?
What?
Come my lady, come my lady.
Rightio, Jojo. You're up.
Sexy,
You're up
pretty
next,
little
then,
thing.
fella.
Okay, so I am going to, because I know this guy's going to get off the board pretty quick,
Yeah.
I am taking Josh Homme.
Oh!
But
He wasn't on my board.
He wasn't on my board either, but I like it.
definitely a wrestler could be. So
He kind of looks like a wrestler.
Yeah, he's like 6'5" or something. Yeah, he could definitely be. He could definitely be a wrestler. I like that.
Okay.
Finney, this is you, and you are snaking, so you have the first.
You got back to back.
So if I get 2 picks, I was thinking, this is interesting because I was struggling with the idea of maybe picking the Hardy brothers
Here's your opportunity.
for the chemistry, and maybe I could here with my back-to-back picks. But I'm going to go a little bit of a darker route at first. I'm going to take another wrestler, and I'm going to take the Undertaker. I'm not sure what you're going to get from him on stage.
Nah, well, this is the issue. So the reason the Undertaker, the documentary, if you watch it, the reason his character became the Undertaker was because he's really bad on the mic, and so
Well, we've got to goth him out and make him a little bit. Yeah.
like, how do
We have to lean into this shit.
How do we make him not talk? We're like, we'll pretend he's literally fucking dead.
But he kind of, I can imagine him
I'd rather go Paul Bearer, to be honest.
fronting Nirvana.
My Undertaker. Who's that guy? Goldust.
But
Dude, Goldust.
Goldust is a good one. I'm also trying to play to the social media crowd a little bit here because I understand how important it is to have the image of our teams looking good, for the votes.
This is more apart from Jane Muster pick. Don't put him on your team.
All right, Leka Halasima. Okay, so that's me, the Undertaker. I'm not sure what I'm going to get, but I can imagine him being the front man for Nirvana or
Jam band
or
that
Pearl
doesn't
Jam.
sing.
Yeah, that's right.
Tool, maybe.
Tool. Yep. Okay, moving on. Away. Oh no, it's me.
No, you back to back.
Okay, I'm going to have to go. Look, just again,
Cross out of the dead guys.
the tight pants. Oh no, he's fucking dead as well.
Oh,
Of course, Freddie's dead. I was thinking
Freddie Mercury.
I was going to go Freddie Mercury enough.
Mercury's definitely
he's
dead.
dead.
And I could picture him in a wrestling ring. I don't know how effective again he'd be in a wrestling ring.
It's important that they're alive because we're actually going to do this.
Yeah. I'm going to have to crank up my camera roll then. My notes, sorry, because I've
No.
got a whole bunch.
Oh, no,
down.
you're on the clock. You're going to forfeit a pick here.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure because I don't know my wrestling. As you can clearly tell, my wrestling knowledge isn't great. I'm not really from a.
Oh, dude, I've got a great one.
And if they're alive, are we taking them in the current state that they are now?
Yes.
Well, that makes Mick Jagger a tough pick.
Nah.
But I'm going to take Mick Jagger. So I've got the Undertaker and I'm taking Mick.
He can still fucking
He's got the moves.
chicken around it.
That's how. Yeah, I feel. Yeah, he kind of operates a little bit like a rooster, doesn't he? So that's how I imagine him. Owning a ring. So I've got the Undertaker there, and then Mick Jagger. Rightio, Manaia or back to Joe Jury?
Joe.
It is me. John Cena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when he came in, that rapping was his thing, eh? He came in and he was a rapper.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Okay, so he's gone.
I got some tall timbers in my.
Yeah, you've got Josh Homme in the. Okay, I've got another one. This isn't going to impress anyone, but I'm going to take with my second pick, The Rock.
Fuck, that was going to be my
I know,
third pick.
I know.
Okay.
It's kind of a boring pick.
But it's the right pick.
It's kind of like picking LeBron in an NBA draft. It's like, yeah, he is good.
There's a couple of movies where he's hanging out the back of a ukulele,
Yeah.
singing. There's a Hallelujah at some stage.
He has a song.
He has a song.
It's about drive. It's about power, So I don't know. I feel like that one's straight across the plate. Bit missionary. Is Booker T still alive?
It's either Booker T or his brother.
This is just a bit of game. Just dead or alive from wrestlers and frontmen.
If Booker T's alive.
I reckon you can take someone, and then if it comes out that they're dead, then
Then I'm just disqualified.
you lose a member.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to go back to back The Rock and then into Booker T because I had on my board My first draft pick was going to be DMX. I reckon DMX, he'd be in the D-Generation X. You know, there's a whole thing there, but he died. So, yeah. I'm going The Rock into Booker T. Those are my next two picks. You're up. Joe again.
Joe again, yeah.
I am going to take a frontman, which I think may be off the board. I was going to let him sit, but I will take him now, and that is Jack Black.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's easy, isn't it?
Fuck, that's a good one.
Did a wrestling movie. Literally a rock star.
Now, I'm trying to I was trying to just research essentially WWE stars last night because it's not a strong point of mine. But I remembered collecting. Were you guys ever into the wrestling cards?
Yeah, I had the wrestling cards.
There was a time where that they were cool, and that was the only knowledge that I had. And I remember being a big fan of the Wee Man. And then, is his name Wee Man?
No, he's from Jackass.
No, sorry, not. Yes, he is from Jackass.
It was his birthday a week ago too. Jason
Wee Man.
Is he still alive?
Yeah, I was just looking at him on
Common
Instagram the other night.
misconception. Everyone thought Wee Man fell off a roof and died. He's still alive. Jason Acuna is his name.
Who? Oh,
Vern Troyer.
Vern Troyer.
Mini-Me is dead.
Now, was it Hornswoggle or something like that?
Hornswoggle, yeah.
Hornswoggle, the small person. He was someone that I imagine being quite effective at the front of a band, mainly because I feel like that adds an interesting dynamic. So I'm going to take Hornswoggle. I remember having him on my WWE wrestling cards.
Yeah, he was a leprechaun.
Yeah, he was an Irish. He had an Irish vibe. I mean, in hindsight, just giving the small person the mantra of a leprechaun. Feels stereotypical.
What about
harsh?
What about the Iron Sheik? And he was literally a terrorist.
Now that's stereotype.
They had to rebrand him after 9/11.
So I'm not taking Wee Man from Jackass. Sorry, I got distracted as I was looking at small people on Instagram. I'm taking Hornswoggle. I think his real name is Dylan Mark. I could be wrong on that. And from what I understand, he's still alive and croaking. I watched a couple of videos last night on whatever happened to Hornswoggle. And then I got down a rabbit hole on whether or not he should be a Hall of Famer, and I was well out of my depth. But Hornswoggle is going to be my third pick. So currently, The Undertaker, Mick Jagger, and Hornswoggle.
You've got your back-to-back, so you've got another one here.
Oh, bullshit.
You need a frontman.
And I need one more frontman, don't I?
Oh, true. So I've got wrestler,
Okay.
wrestler. Oh, I've got three
Oh,
wrestlers.
you've gone through wrestlers. So you've
Can you give me... Well, The Rock's got a song.
fuck off.
Oh, dude, that
You're not
sucks.
getting double threat for there.
That ruins my... Okay, yeah, sweet.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm still good.
You just pick two when we get to you.
Yeah.
Mm.
And they're going to be
Both.
front men that could wrestle.
I thought about David Lee Roth for a while because just the scissor kick from Van Halen.
That'd be a good finishing move.
And then this is just the issue that I've got though is that I'm dangerously old, but I can just imagine him being a wrestler. So I'm gonna lock in Iggy Pop as my fourth pick.
Oh, yeah, I could see him being a wrestler as
that's
well.
a
I
good
mean,
pick.
there's gonna be some. My team could be easily distracted
My
by a green room, but otherwise I'm feeling pretty happy with that. So I've got Hornswoggle, and then to finish off my 4, which we're going with. Okay, sweet.
Because of the rules, I've got. I'm actually prouder of my honourable mentions than I am of my starting roster.
That's how I feel about mine as well, to be fair.
But to replace,
Who are you dropping out?
I'm dropping Booker T.
Right.
Booker T, I'm coming for you,
Coming for you.
sucker. I'm gonna go a Kiwi. I don't think have we had a Kiwi in here yet. I don't think we have. For a front man that could also wrestle a little bit, I'm gonna go with Savage.
Oh, fuck with it. I thought for a second you might have been going Dobbo,
No,
but Savage is the better route to go.
fuck, was it even my pick or was it yours?
It was mine,
yours.
but you fucked up, so
Yeah.
you can take that. So then I'll follow up. But Savage
Yeah.
is a good pick.
Yeah.
Savage is a good pick.
Do you want me to go with my last one?
No, I'll go here. My last one, I will go with Ric Flair.
Woo!
The man likes to party. I've put together a dangerous group of alcoholics and drug addicts.
Okay, my last pick is going to be swinging off the camera boom like Rey Mysterio. I'm going to go with Eddie Vedder.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a good one.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Okay, so that's our team. So mine is Rey Mysterio,
Yep.
The Rock,
Yep.
Savage, and Eddie Vedder.
Yeah, I mean,
And I reckon
It's solid.
I fear Manaia might be winning this.
that's a fun hang too.
third week in a row.
Like those dudes that's a cool group.
Yeah, you're right, actually, because if I walked into a room with The Undertaker, Mick Jagger, Hornswoggle, and Iggy Pop,
Hornswoggle is going to be a struggle on social media.
I feel like I might want to turn around and walk out the door.
You might as well have picked someone in blackface.
So yeah, I'm not feeling as confident in mine as you are in yours. Joe, can you just clarify your final four,
I'm
please?
happy with mine. Josh Homme, John Cena, Jack Black, and Ric Flair.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, it's going to be between you two. So we'll get those images up on social over the weekend. I am away on a men's mental health, so it might take till Sunday for those to come out. But once they do come out, have a vote.
Can we go through our honourable mentions,
Oh, please, yeah, for sure.
And can I even, not to put more work on your desk, but I've got an honourable mention that I'd like you to doctor up an image for. I ran out of wrestlers. I used up my wrestlers too early. But I really wanted to go Sting.
Yep.
The wrestler.
Yeah, he was on my list.
And the
And then
police.
Sting, you wanted Sting and Sting.
No, I wanted Sting and the police. So if you could put the wrestler in front of the band.
Actually, that's a way fun a game is just subbing out front men for wrestlers.
Sting and the police. DMX was my first round draft pick, man. He was going so early.
Yeah.
LL Cool J in a similar vein. I had Rhea Ripley in there, Megan Thee Stallion.
Yep, that would have been a good one as well.
Ronda Rousey, did you throw her?
We're Ronda Rousey fan, is it? No, I didn't have her in there.
What were your boys' favourite wrestlers growing up?
Sting was mine.
Sting was up there for me, yeah.
Goldberg as well.
Goldberg was cool.
Randy Orton was big in my friend group as well.
Yeah, Randy Orton. Undertaker.
Macho Man.
Macho Man
Just for
Randy.
his cocaine promos.
When I was a kid, my favourite wrestler was the Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, yeah.
I loved the Ultimate Warrior.
Jesus, I've just seen a photo of what the Undertaker looks like.
Yeah. No.
Holy fuck.
You're struggling with death.
Yeah, I am. Triple H.
He was on my
Triple
list.
H was cool, yeah. I like Triple H.
What moves did Triple H have?
He's the one that does the spit.
Yeah, so he would come out into the ring with water in his mouth and just spray it everywhere. I tried to send Joe a reel the other day on Instagram. This could have gone so much worse. And it was of Triple H walking into a courtroom, sitting down behind a lawyer, and he took a drink of water, and for one mad moment he looked up and puffed his cheeks out. Like they were in a full-on courtroom, probably at the hearing of Vince McMahon, and you could just see him go in the gallery behind the lawyer. And I went to send that to Joe.
What a G.
Yeah, it was funny as. But I went to send that to Joe and I accidentally sent it to my missus.
Oh, and was that the message?
Yeah, so I got a DM from Jeff, and it was
Yes,
like,
I heard
think
about this.
Manaia meant to send this to you, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, that's a good meme.
That's a good meme,
That's
yeah.
a good meme. But
And
that
you're
could have
right, he
gone-
did mean to send it to me.
That could have gone. So the shit that flies around in that. that
And those
DM.
threads.
Do you boys feel that there's a few too many threads that were operating at the ACC?
Dangerous amount.
Yes, and not to slag him off while he's not here, but there is one reason for that. And
A
it's
fearless leader starts a new thread with every conversation.
What do you mean there's no reason to
talked-
slag him off when he's not here? That's all he does to everyone else when he's here.
We've talked about this with him on this podcast, but Lane has this thing where he will reply to you on whatever the last app he was on, and it doesn't matter how. So if you texted him,
Yeah.
but he happens to be on Instagram, he'll reply in a DM on Instagram.
And he texts in the most dangerously passive-aggressive kind of
Yeah,
tone.
yeah.
With dots at the end of
We've
it.
talked about that as well, that the ... comes off passive-aggressive to people. It's for people over a certain age, I think it's 40, we decided this, it's separating ideas. So he's like,
What about this? ...
yes. Yeah, so he'll be like, yep, good idea, ... and then let's do it tomorrow, ... and then, and don't forget about the report, ... And in his mind, he's separating those ideas as if they're bullet points. But what it comes across is, oh, yeah, good idea.
Yeah. That's how
Why don't we just talk about it tomorrow then?
that's how I read it.
Yeah, I know.
Are we going to do this tomorrow? ...
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget about the report either.
You'll make it work, ...
You'll
Oh, hang on, what?
Yeah. You'll figure it out.
Anyway, shout out to G Lane, who's on his men's mental health as we speak. Are we going to come back after a break with a couple of yours, pleases?
Yes.
Sweet, let's do that. Let's take a break.
Yours, please. Brought to you by Export Ultra.
There's a microphone button on your iHeartradio app. You can tap that, hold it down, and then you'll get 30 seconds to record a voice message. It will cut you off at 30 seconds. If you want to send a two-parter, feel free. But we've got 5 today, apparently, so let's get stuck into the first one. Yours, please.
Oh, g'day, mate.
G'day, mate.
Hey fellas, just watching some Tour de France after the All Blacks France win. Just thinking about old Manaia, eh? If you're sitting on your bum, is it really a true sport? Mate, Tour de France. Give it a go.
Oh yeah, where were you at on cycling?
No, so I immediately, the very next podcast, because we had another caller come through, and I was like, as soon as I walked out of that podcast, I was like, no, there's a lot of people that sit down, rowers, kayakers.
Yeah.
As I said on the breakfast show this week, riding a horse, I consider you're an athlete if you're a jockey.
Having said that, I just saw a highlight of a horse race in which a horse won without a jockey on the back of it.
Happens all the time.
So
9 times out of 10, the winner of a steeplechase does not have a jockey on board, and it's heartbreaking when you bet on that horse. Because like, it fucking did win. Is the point not that it? Anyway, yes, I have a couple of points on this. Yes, 100%, I concede. Cyclists, definitely athletes.
Yeah.
Second of all, shout out to that dude who was doing something I think we all do. I know Joe and I have done it and text each other while we're doing it. It's come home steamed and park up and watch some bullshit on TV while listening to your favourite band.
He was in my happy
He's watching
place.
a concert. It's a YouTube concert.
It's a YouTube concert.
Yeah.
Right, every time I do it, I send Joe a photo of the TV in my lounge. It's playing like Queens of the Stone Age live in the catacombs. It's like 1 in the morning. I've got one eye open.
I think I was running Chris Stapleton at Red Rocks the other day at like 2 a.m.
Starting over. Yeah, anyway, yes, you're right. You're 100% right.
When we were throwing a couple of strays your way, as we always do, to try and just eke out 40 minutes of podcasting earlier this week. Was it were we talking mainly about were we mainly talking about the Formula One thing?
Yeah. Oh, can I clarify one of them? So there was a couple of points that Lane made. One of them was he said that I was going on about how hard it is, like, that I deserve the break and blah blah blah. What I said was as Kiwis, we do such a bad job of taking a holiday, and when you do take a holiday, we just want to work all the time. When you do take a holiday, it's important to switch off and not think about your work. 2 things going on there. One, I was not talking about me. I'm aware that I have a very easy job. Sidebar, I've only been doing that for 6 months, so if I could, cool your jets a little bit. And the second thing was, as that was happening, I got the finger up from Ruder going, hold on, I'm just loading the audio in. Can you pad for a second? So that's why I had to, I was just like, fuck, I don't know.
Yep.
So I was trying to buy about 15 seconds. The other one he said was
So
that...
we're taking you out of context.
The other one he said was that I wouldn't name the podcast, because I said I did it on a ACC podcast last week. I said, and my point there was both of those things came from the same podcast. It wasn't... But when I said I did our podcast, I meant one episode of the Agenda podcast. It's not that I'm trying to fucking tank the ratings of the like, no free ads on my breakfast show, man. But Lane's taking that as, you want to fucking...
It's not like him to get a grudge going.
Yeah. He thought it was like a pointed attack.
There was something else that he said that you allegedly said as well, and I was like, you're starting to sound like someone else we know.
Overexposed.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that saying of
I'm overexposed.
Whenever someone, because you can. I mean, this is an out of touch conversation, but it's amazing how quickly you can feel overexposed. And
I was completely taken. The joke was, no one knows the fuck. We just went for a promo shoot, me and Jerry, for a promo that's coming up. The guy thought I was his fucking security guard or something. He had no idea who I was or that I was supposed to be there either. Because me and Isaac from around the office and Dylan showed up as well, Dilly. And you could see on his face, he's like, man, Jerry gets around with 2 security guards and a social media guy. So,
okay, well, that's good to clarify that. G Lane's also got that ability to make it sound, whenever he says anything, it just sounds dangerously harsh at all times, doesn't it?
The irony's not lost on me that he was taking trying to have a go at me about taking a day off, and then said, we can address it on Friday, and then he's not here.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, next one, yours, please.
G'day, Shaggers. How you doing? That's good to hear. Long-time listener, foreskin peeler. Just watching the Warriors game here, and DWZ is jamming in every single time they come to his wing. What the fuck is going on? Am I the only one that's seen this, or what's the go? Like, I know you're not a sports podcast, but can someone please give me a bit more of an insight to this? All right, you seem busy.
This is the exact thing that I think I came in on Monday with.
Yeah.
And I don't know anything about league, so this is a perfect time, and neither did G Lane.
The long-time listener, foreskin peeler.
Foreskin peeler is unreal.
Send me. What's his question? Dylan.
Is Dylan coming in off the line too quickly?
Look, this is wandering into earnest sports analysis.
We've done that a couple of times this week.
We have. Andrew Webster is a coach who prides himself on keeping things the same, sticking with something, and work. He's got like this long game in place. This is why he never changes players out of their positions. He never drops anyone unless there's an injury crisis. He wants to stick with the exact same thing every single time. I don't think he would allow Dallin to just be freestyling out on the wing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that it's a defensive plan that obviously is getting wrong every now and then, but when it's just that when it happens, it's so glaringly obvious. But when a try is scored between the posts, no one tears our middle forwards apart for that. It's just that when, and I've seen it explained because, so say let's say there's three on attack, 3 on defence. Guy with the ball, there's 2 guys outside of him. What's the harder pass to make? The guy right next to you or the guy over the far end, the winger? It's the far one. So
the skip ball.
The idea is to try and jam in and either one, time it so that when that guy gets the ball, the centre, he gets flattened.
Yeah.
Or 2, then it freaks the guy out with the ball to where he has to make that extra pass. We've come up against a few incredible players who can make that pass really easily. Maybe there's a thing now where teams are like, he's going to do it, so just huff that pass.
Because it's something
that's
I've
the most earnest analysis you'll get out of me, and it's probably not right.
Yeah, but it's something that I've noticed as well. But at the same time, everyone talks so highly of the Warriors' defence. Like you hear about, all the Aussie boys and all the Aussie shows are always very much like, guys, the Wires defence is legitimate and it chokes you out. So maybe because we are just wired onto the fact that maybe it is a slight weak link in our defence, but really I don't know if it matters big picture.
But also, if it was, and again, I'm with you, I'm with the caller there. I don't know either, but I would have to think it's an NRL team. You're an NRL coach. If it was as easy as just stay out on your wing, leave the centre 1-on-1, then they would have done that.
They would have plugged that hole a long time.
You know what
ago,
I mean? Because the other thing is you've got a centre who, at least last week was Capewar, who, handy centre, but probably enjoys his time at second row a bit better, coming up against some of the centres in the league are some of the best players in the competition, So,
okay.
I don't know.
No, that's a good effort at that. And thank you for your question. Okay, next one, yours, please.
Hey, Manaia. Welcome back, mate. So, we all know your stance on F1 drivers not being athletes. Dare I ask what you think of EA Sports?
It's in the game.
Are they professional athletes?
No. And that's sort of my point, is I consider F1 drivers in the same realm as esports athletes.
Yeah.
And someone said to me the other day, because I said this as well, and someone said to me, but I guess that, Jerry said, the difference is that an F1 driver's risking their life, like they might die out there.
Yeah.
I watched an esport, a League of Legends guy die from a blood clot in the brain the other day after gaming for 40-something hours. So, like, there's danger either way.
That
also doesn't qualify as a sport.
I totally understand that what they're doing isn't necessarily athletic.
Yeah.
But are we sure that doesn't make them an athlete? And their training is very different to race day. Like, yes. I'll be the first to admit that sitting in a simulator with 4 screens around you I also agree, is not that athletic.
Nah, and like that's the first thing they always go to is, what about the training? You'd never. First of all, of course, I'd never be able to do it. But but if a darts player went and did that same training, does he all of a sudden become an athlete? No, the sport itself is what makes you an athlete or not.
Yeah.
And I've said it before and I'll say it again, until Lewis Hamilton hops out that car and dunks a basketball, they are not athletes. There's your next clip.
We might be a while away. A couple more, I think. Next one, yours, please.
G'day, boys. Andrew from Napes here.
G'day, Andy.
Just listening to playback of the commentary from the New Zealand versus France match from Hamilton.
Oh, so it was you.
Just wondering, hey, Mashy, how slam were you by the time the anthem started, mate, or is there a different anthem down in the South Island? You got a bit lost, sunshine. Hope you guys had a good night.
Oh, fuck, I did. I tried to explain it earlier in the week, but I had to kind of take some mayo off it almost because my boss was here. Yeah, there was a situation that we had, and you'd be well familiar with it.
Yes,
Manaia,
yes, I am. I can speak to this.
For G-Lane, as I was taken down under the guise of being a stunt drinker. I was told that McConey and G-Lane were going to be commentating the rugby, and then throughout the day, McConey was in and out. He had a couple of games to go to here in Auckland to watch. I think it might have been a Colts game of some kind, and then he ended up making it. Thank God. But then when McConey arrived, he decided that he was pretty keen to kind of comment on the game, so he needed someone to read out the text machine. And at this point, I was very.
You're wasted.
I was under the influence heavy.
You're wasted.
Yeah, I was taking in all the sights and scenes of Hamilton. So I don't actually really remember much of that commentary, to be quite honest with you. And I woke up.
You would have been reminded of it by Lane on Monday.
Yeah, and I was. And luckily Heath was in on the podcast on Monday, and he actually made me feel a bit better about it.
He did try and take a bit of heat off you. I've got a couple of I don't know if it's feedback or advice. There's a couple of things. One is I have and remain been a stunt drinker for the Alternative Commentary Collective. My problem is I'm the Tom Cruise of stunt drinking. I do all my own stunts and I do them for real. And so I've found myself in the same situation as you. The second part is, and this is something that you've got to deal with when you're working with and or for Lane.
Do my own stunts.
I am. I'm jumping out of planes. I'm fucking standing on top of the Burj Khalifa. Honestly, like it was actually shocking to like some of the DB guys in that. Remember some of the trips. They were just like,
oh shit! Oh my god, Manaia's really taking the stunt drinking thing seriously.
I think the quote was, "It's amazing you guys actually do what you say you do."
So that's the first thing is, what I have to learn is you don't have to do it. But I haven't learned this lesson, but this is a lesson we all need to learn is don't do the stunts for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think there's about a 10-year nursing period in the SEC, and it takes a long time to figure out how it can work and how it can't work.
The other thing, and this is a tale as old as the Alternative Commentary Collective is do what Lane says, not what Lane does. He will give you advice and then contradict his own advice almost immediately. It still blows people's mind when they're like, who runs the ACC? And you're like, Lane. And they're like, he's the worst one. Like, yeah. But he's also the boss. It's like when you're at Radio Hodak and he'd be like, hey mate, you can't say this, this and this on the radio. And you're like, okay, sweet. Then the next time he's on the radio, it's the same stuff. And you're like, this is, so anyway, the long and short of that is, that was boss Lane saying don't show up to a commentary wasted.
Again.
Conversely, he's done it, I've done it, we've all done it.
Well, he does it, like you're saying, he does it all the time. But,
yeah, but that doesn't give you you can't. Because there's been a couple of people who, interns in that. Oh, yeah. Whose internships weren't extended because.
Yeah, I've received a couple of discussions inside that. There's a meeting room just outside the studio that's only used for, hey mate, I think you got a bit carried away Friday night type meetings, and I have found myself in there a couple of times.
I said this on again on the radio show this morning, but there's nothing worse than hearing your own wasted voice back, and it is honestly, you think hearing your voice back recorded is bad?
Yeah.
Hearing yourself wasted on like a broadcast that other people will listen to?
Yeah.
Atrocious.
If I catch this podcast, like an episode like this, it's tough enough, let alone hearing back a commentary. But I'm glad people are listening to that. I'm not 100% sure if we should be uploading full 80 minutes of drunken commentary of French tests, but we are doing it.
Long and short of all of that is pull your fucking head in, mate.
Okay, last one. Yours, please, jeez.
Pregnancies.
Oh.
Influences.
Yep.
And the word fundamentally. I learnt so much in yesterday's podcast. I learnt sometimes G-Lane needs to shut the fuck up. I've also learnt in life sometimes I need to shut the fuck up.
Yep.
And I've also learnt, Mashi, it's nice to hear you actually saying what comes from your heart.
Oh.
And Hurricanes mana. Just.
Oh, there's a lot to go.
What was that in reference to? I don't think I've caught yesterday's episode yet.
Yeah, G-Lane came in midweek with a new idea. You may or may not have heard of it. It's called the 4 Pillars.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, he came up with that midweek. He brought that in, and he was looking to do the 4 pillars of things that no one cares about.
I did hear this. And he wanted to know what my...
And it's kind of been floating along in the background for the last wee while.
Yeah.
And I think that might be what that person was there or was discussing.
To.
By the way, I totally agree. G Lane does need to learn to shut the fuck up. Speaking from the heart, I can't remember what I said yesterday.
You're talking about working with Loza and your partner and how it is and
how
it is to be...
Oh, that's right, because there was a lovely gentleman that got in touch to ask about how we juggle the relationship between
watching sport
our relationship and sport and all that kind of stuff. And I talked about how it was actually quite a lot easier for me because my job and watching sport and my relationship
are all the same
thing, which comes with its challenges, but it also makes it very easy to watch sport.
Yeah.
So I think that's what that gentleman there was discussing. Do you find it tough to kind of juggle the... Because this person that was contacting us said that he always receives the line, for fuck's sake, you're 44 years old. And that's an angle that he gets...
In relation to watching sport.
To watching sport on a Friday night for the, 8th week in a row.
Well, and I don't know his situation, and 44 years old, maybe this isn't applicable to him, but sport's just reality TV for dudes.
Yeah.
And if your missus watches any Real Housewives...
It's such a succinct way to be able to say that.
Kardashians, whatever, it's the exact same thing. Because my missus watches, reality TV. And the reason she does is because you don't have to watch it. It's just on. You're doing other stuff. You're on your phone.
Yeah.
You're making, dinner, doing the dishes.
Gambling.
Or vacuuming. Or And she was like, oh, this bitch, she's falling out with this guy, but it's actually his fault because she did this or that. I was like, why are you so upset? She goes, every Sunday and Saturday, I watch you scream at the TV when the Warriors are playing. This is the exact same thing. And yeah, it's just sports reality TV for dudes.
Yeah, lock it in.
So try that one on. Try that one on your missus and see how you go.
Okay, well, thank you very much for those. If you do want to get any more through to us, just, again, hit that microphone button on your iHeartradio app and you can send us a 30-second message or 60-second or 90-second or any number divisible by 30. Manaia, thank you very much for coming in today,
Thanks for having me. Should we go to the pub?
We should go to the pub. I'm off to Tauranga. If anyone's there for the weekend, send me a message on Instagram. We're having a mental health retreat, so I will be behaving.
Is that a dog whistle? You playing up down there?
You've been listening to the ACC's Agenda podcast, brought to you by Export Ultra. For more episodes, like and follow on iHeartradio or wherever you get your podcasts.